has founded this camp, directs this camp, been doing this for a long time, and I'm sure that he's going to share that with you. I remember when it was still in the I Have a Dream stage back in Tucson, but that was always what he was pushing for. And it wasn't long after that I left Tucson that he had it up and running, at least in the early stages there. And over the course of the years, a lot of people in our area here have sent their children to that camp. Oh, that was Papa Stone? Yeah. It's not time for me to speak yet. But let me, pray for the camp, and I know that this is a for real camp. I mean, when I'm talking about camp, there's no Wi-Fi there. There's no Wi-Fi there at all. And but you get to ride horses, shoot guns. I don't know if they do whitewater rafting, if they bungee cord you, or maybe they've got a giant slingshot that they shoot kids out. I don't know what they're doing, but it's a lot of fun there. I know Brother Randy McDonald has been there in the past. Brother Steve Morris have been there in the past. A lot of our preachers that we know have sent their youth there. And so, Brother Randy, you come and clean up my mess, correct me where I was wrong, and tell us about the camp. And I'm gonna give you this.
I probably won't stray from this mic.
Well, I want Papa Stone to hear it, because Papa Stone's on he's on one of those hearing things. So just put that on and stick that to your tie or whatever.
Okay, right?
Yeah.
Or is it on?
Yeah, it should be on. Yeah, you're on. All right.
Well, it's kind of, let me get this mic on the outside of my tie rather than cover it. It is kind of exciting for me to be in Alamogordo when we first came out here. It was 1998 when the family moved to New Mexico, so it's like exactly 20 years, and we began. But Alamogordo has some exciting family background for me. The Rhodes family. My great-grandfather was a rancher, a writer, and all, and he's buried out on the Missile Range. And there's quite a history about him. So, like when you go in the public library, you see reference to Eugene Manlove Rhodes. That's my great-grandfather. So it's exciting to be here.
Papa Stone may have known him.
Yeah, the Lord did draw me to New Mexico. We moved here in 1998. And the year 2000 is when we actually officially started the camp. It has always been a small camp. I mean, we build continually. We develop and build continually. Every year we do something. And but it's taken a while. If I'd have realized what all's involved, I'd probably been scared, But there's been so many trials. There's so much involved that the capital investment is just huge for a camp. And we're at the point now where I really need to improve what I have. So right now, I say that, and I'm actually building another building, but we're because I had the donations. But we're building we're in the barn area, the corral area, the horses. We're kind of enlarging the horse program. We're doing a horsemanship camp right after our youth camp in June, and just for 2.5 days. And so we're building bathrooms there. Our Wrangler really appreciates that. And it's going to have a shower in it and everything for her. So we've got some good horse people now. But other than that, our cabins, we are improving them. You'll see pictures of those. I'm trying to, you know, they always were, oh, you know, just a basic shelter, and now I'm finishing putting, you know, insulation and plywood wallboard in them and all, and that's quite a project. So you'll see some pictures of that. So it's been improving. We're improving things. We continue to build. When we came, I know the Lord was leading us to, you know, Silver City, led us to that property, led us to Calvary Baptist Church. The church has had, you know, it's had good times and tough times, and it's just coming out of a tough time. But when we went there, I can't remember if I asked you if you know Pastor Nelson Dorr.
Yeah, we support that.
Oh, great. Yeah, I love that man. And that family just doing a wonderful ministry in Mexico. So, yeah, he gave guidance, you know, on the founding of the camp. We have not, you know, a lot of things have changed in 20 years, haven't they? and when I say that, you probably know what I mean. A lot of things have happened negatively in our nation, in Christian circles. But I want to say we haven't changed what we do. And we haven't weakened anything, eroded anything. We minister, Gila Christian Ranch ministers to a lot of small rural churches, or a number of small rural churches. You know, I'm glad to help these pastors in the work of the ministry. We have no paid staff. I never have. I thought maybe that I eventually would be, that I would end engineering and, you know, and we build up the ministry and it would, you know, I'd draw some salary from it. That never happened, and I'll tell you right now, it never will happen. So I've always, you know, paid my way, and that's how God's provided. I had some, I mean, if I named the names here, you know one of them. Certainly you know one of them, and I told, you know, you're not going to make it. You're not going to survive because you have those kind of standards, and you think you're going to, you know, do that. You're not going to. There's not enough churches out there to support that kind of thing. You're not going to make it. Well, you know, God provided, didn't He? So here we are, and we continue. Let me get out my. I forgot my display. Isn't that terrible? You ever heard of somebody coming to present and then they forget their display? So that's awful, but I did. But I've got the video, so I'm going to turn this on, and we'll slides, right? Yes. All right. This is going to sound terrible. I also lost this presentation here. And so fortunately, I went looking for it in enough time that I could recreate it. I could not find it. I think I may have left it at a church over in Arizona. I don't know. So I had to go through all kinds of pictures and recreate them. Some of these pictures are kind of out of order. I trust you'll tolerate that. Zip line. Zip line's a big thing. You know, kids love zip line. So we put in a, well, wait, I need to stop. Preaching in the Bible is number one, okay? And Paul Crowe, he's Evangelist Paul Crowe. He's now our camp evangelist, great speaker. So we have, I mean, we do what? We do 2 services in the morning. We do an evening service. When we run, as we are, you know, we run 2 camps in one, a junior camp and a teen camp. We have 2 pavilions now. So we have two camps in one going on. So, I mean, there's a lot of preaching, a lot of, we even have devotions, flag raising, we have devotions. So you're going to see these slides, you're going to see a lot of fun, a lot of activities. I'm just reminding you, it's all about the Lord. It's all about the Lord. So, zip line, all right, back to the zip line. Very popular thing. Kids love the zip line, they want to ride the zip line. So I got a number of shots on that. If I'm hitting this arrow button.
Yeah. Point front way.
Point what, toward here?
Yeah. green. I got everything green, so. Oh, really?
We can also have John's just step through it.
Okay.
That's the other option.
Yeah, just have John step through it, I guess.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll do that. You'll get to see some of the topography here as we go through these. Just go about 2 seconds per slide. So we've got, and I'll pause. This probably was a girls' cabin group. This is this shot is here in our pavilion, the one pavilion, the main pavilion. This is Evangelist Crowe. He gets animated. He's fun. And of course, with the kids, you want to be animated and fun. He is. We have a campfire, usually a couple nights when we have campfire. We have a skit night, Thursday night. This actually is my son-in-law, or one of my son-in-laws, there who came and helped that year, a couple years ago. And there's Pastor McDonald, you mentioned him. So we pulled, there's Brother Crowe again. These are skits. He didn't really pass out. It's just part of our skit night there. And we used the van as kind of like cover. They'd go back behind the van and, prep for the next scene or something like that. So the kids love this night, Thursday night, when we do all the skits. The staff does it, not the kids. Oh, he's got them singing songs and all. I know he has some fun. We mix in a few fun songs in the fun service there that we did. They have different games and things we mix in. So here, I guess this was a pie eating contest. Something who could finish their pie first. I think we're there with the junior boys. And this looks like teens. This is one of the game activities. This is an activity here where they try to pull somebody into that plastic garbage can and they get eliminated. Some of our staff, we have staff families. They have some little kids. This is one of our teen campers, one of our staff's little children. The needle in the haystack kind of thing. I think they're literally trying to find some kind of needle there in the hay. Who can find it first? Watermelon eating contest or something there. There's a game room. You'll see different shots, and these are shots in that game room area in the pavilion. So there's a number of different games there. This was a sack race for the girls. That's the original bathhouse in the background there. We have, 3 bathhouses now, building a small 4th one at the barn area. What do you call it? Strongman Contest they were doing, and so my old 4-wheeler here, they are actually pulling it, I guess, in that contest. There's some of the games in the game room. Yeah, strongman thing, he was holding up the tire. That was a spare tire. That was heavy. We have 22s. For teenagers, we have 22s. We have 22s. We have, I think you'll see some pictures somewhere when we get to them of shotguns. We have clay pigeon shoots for some of the teens. There they are pulling a four-wheeler again. The boys this time. That's the Crowe family, and they were singing a special number. They're very musical, very musically talented, and he's an excellent preacher. Any of you teens come, you know, you'll love it. They'll love it. Musically, his preaching. You know, every person is precious. Every soul is precious. Sometimes you see a picture like that, and one person is there. That girl that was in it, I'm concerned because I haven't seen her. She's from Silver City, a church, you know, sponsored her, and I haven't seen her since that camp. That bothers me. I don't know if that kind of thing bothers you. It bothers me. That's one of my daughters there, and again, her son-in-law, he's a pastor in Escondido. And they're singing a special number. This is right outside the pavilion area. There's swings and teeter-totters and over there. I think Paul was having a breakout session there with teens. A reminder of what it's all about. Again, we have this evening campfire. Friday evening, we have testimony time. That's really precious. Teens or juniors will say what God has done in their lives that week. We started with canvas teepees, and there's only I only got one teepee left. We've been building cabins. Yeah, this is a zip line area. Way in the distance, you see the main gate there underneath their feet. I think we come that way, come through there. That was our theme that year. We took these pictures branded. It was kind of the theme. So we have a theme, and we have devotions for the kids built around that. And so they have to have devotions in the cabins. You know, it's not just, I mean, this is round the clock. It's not just the preaching time, but in the cabins, the counselors are working with them. You know, there's some camps where it's just the preacher preaches and that's it. Well, you can't. Well, I don't take away from the preaching at all, but the counselors are very important people, and they work with their cabins. They have devotions with them at night. They have the devotions. So it's all, and so we have workbooks for them, and they answer questions in the workbooks and all. It's all in the same Christian theme. This is the lady. There's a couple other shots of her too. That she's really helped building up the horse program. And she said to me, was it last year? I mean, this will be her third year with us. And she said, well, how about she brought the horse over and just to kind of connect with the kids. Because we have the barn and the corral area in a separate area. It's good to do that for safety reasons. But she came over and she connected with the kids. They love the horses, and she's really helped build up the kids' interest in the horse program. They went on a hike. Sometimes we do a hike. And, you know, a lot of these kids, even though we're from rural areas, so many kids, they just never go out of town. And they don't know. I mean, New Mexico is a wonderful outdoors state. I love it for the outdoors. But even many of the kids we're raising up, all they know is cell phones and computers and asphalt. So we took them on a hike down the canyon here. There's a cactus up on there. And, you know, the smallest things in God's creation excite them and interest them. And so they're picking up rocks, and they're picking up plants. This is Stacy. Oh, where's Brother Stone? Where'd he go? That's Stacy Stone there, and she'll be a counselor for us this next month. This is Mrs. Serrano, the Pastor Serrano. He's been a blessing. They have a church in El Paso, Valley Baptist Church, small church. Flag raising, as I mentioned. There's, but I said Stacy. That's the mother. Emily is the daughter. I'm putting a couple of the staff kids on the horses there. The big ball, another popular thing. We have all these activities scheduled. You have maybe 1 hour of free time a day. You don't just turn kids loose and let them wander. So everything is scheduled. Here's the supper time, chow time. That's a ping pong table there. What do we call that table? Ice hockey or hockey table. There's a carpet ball table that's very popular. And I think that's the last one. Okay, so we'll show you, now we're going to show you the first few of these. We got 4 of these short videos, and they'll help you get a perspective of the facility. You'll see kind of the grand view of things. We are quite spread out. You know, we own 250 acres. We lease 320 more. We're surrounded by state land and national forests where we can go if we wanted to and go forever. You know, the Gila National Forest is like 3.2 million acres, and we're in it. So here's horses. This is an irrigated area I got, but this was a drone. I had a church work group come, and a fellow had a drone. Says, "You like me to take pictures?" I said, "Sure." So the horses are kind of scared of the drone. That's why they're running. I've got 8 horses and 2 donkeys now. And we'll probably be using all the horses. Haven't decided yet to do with the donkeys, although they've got kids' background. This is the barn here, and there's some corrals. This drone's going to spin around. So we'll be building another small bathhouse down there. So this is where we do the work with the horses. When we get to the horsemanship camp, right after the regular camp, we're going to actually go out on a trail this year. So, yeah, you can, well, it's going to spin around and show you another shot of the horses. If I did some editing, this would be a place to edit off the end of this thing, but at this point, we're about at the end, so we'll go on to the next video. This is the main gate coming in. So this will be just like when whoever comes and drives the kids, you're going to come through that gate, and this is what you're going to do. You're going to drive down this road. And there on the left, you see our new pavilion. We'll send, like the juniors over to that for their preaching. And we go on down this road. The main pavilion is down here to the right. And that's where the teens will have their service. Here's a church bus in there. You'll see cabins are up on the hillside here. You'll see a few of the cabins. We have now 9 cabins. They hold, I don't know, from, well, I do know, but there are 4, the smaller ones have 4 bunk beds and then a bed for a counselor. The largers have 5 bunk beds. So we house 9 to, we can house 9 to 11 in those 9 cabins each. We have other things you're not going to see in the videos here for staff housing that you won't even see here. This is coming in, and here's the main, this is a good shot of the main pavilion. See if you can figure out where the guy is with controlling the drone. He just went over over him. The game room is to the right there, the lower roof area. There's bathrooms behind them. Solar panels. We're off grid, entirely off grid. Okay, the next video. Tell me who is violating camp policy in this picture? Yeah. You see the guy where he doesn't belong? So, anyway, the kids love the swings. They really wish we had another setup sometime. Those swings are so popular. There are people are waiting to get on them. And you can end that one and go on to the last one. Yeah. Oh, did we do 4? Okay. All right. Then I'm done.